EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Herbert off of play action. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down carry for Barkley. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 20! Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, 57 yards. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. they'll just get rid of it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Rodgers to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Kittle catching the slant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Clancy. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards remain on second down. Herbert now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Herbert. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing is Rodgers. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for L.A.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's caught left side, it's Higbee, the tight end. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp from 4 yards out. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, It allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. On first down, it's Herbert. This one goes out wide for Barkley. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second down and 8. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Saquon Barkley. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Penny. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Fighting through.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. He dumps it off to Barkley. Pushing his way through. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument the quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers eluding and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, now Rodgers. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Rodgers to throw once more. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D4 drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Terry McLaurin, 40 yards.
And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Herbert off of play action.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Rodgers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. One final try now for Rodgers. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end. Well, I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game.